మనం అభిమానించే హీరోలు ఏం తింటారు, అసలు వాళ్ళంతా ఫిట్గా ఉండడానికి ఎలాంటి డైట్ ఫాలో అవుతారన్నది ప్రతి ఒక్కరిలో ఉండే ఆసక్తి. ఈయన చాలా మంది సెలబ్రిటీలు, ముఖ్యంగా విజయ్ దేవరకొండ, సమంత, రామ్ చరణ్, రానా దగ్గుబాటి వీళ్ళందరికీ కూడా పర్సనల్ చెఫ్గా ఉంటూ వాళ్ళకి డైట్ అనేది ఇస్తున్నారు. అంటే లైక్ మీరు ఇంతకు ముందు ఏం చేశారు, ఈ లైక్ రెస్టారెంట్స్ కానీ లేకపోతే ఈ డైట్లోకి మీరు ఎలా వచ్చారు?
I have done a lot of interactive cooking sessions for professors of Harvard and MIT, and during this period I've also cooked for a lot of Hollywood celebrities. Worked with Mr. Mahesh Babu and Ram Charan, Junior NTR, and of course Vijay and I we used to work out in.
So according to them, how you plan in non-veg and in veg?
A lady, she's an athlete, and she's strictly vegetarian. So we focus more on Rana Daggubati is great, the Bahubali 2. If you remember that bull pushing scene,
scene.
You can see all those muscles popping out, so much of hard work he has done.
So how the celebrities will manage with these cheat days?
Okay, so there is this weird thing people have, cheat day.
If does Samantha has any cheat day? If yes, so how would her diet was planned on that day?
Okay, to be honest with you, the best part of her is she.
So as you worked with some of the celebrities, so what are their favorite food that was made by you?
Okay, with Mahesh, when I've worked, he used to like the tandoori chicken I used to make, the tandoori chicken tikka, and
అంటే మీరు ఇంతమంది సెలబ్రిటీస్కి డైట్ ఫుడ్ అనేది ప్రిపేర్ చేసి ఇస్తున్నారు కదా, వాట్ ఈస్ ద బెస్ట్ కాంప్లిమెంట్ యూ హ్యావ్ గాట్ ఫ్రమ్ దెమ్?
Okay, the best compliment I've ever got was from Salman Khan.
హాయ్ హలో, వెల్కమ్ టు సాక్షి ఫ్యామిలీ. దిస్ ఇస్ శ్రావణి. మనం అభిమానించే హీరోలు ఏం తింటారు, అసలు వాళ్ళంతా ఫిట్గా ఉండడానికి ఎలాంటి డైట్ ఫాలో అవుతారన్నది ప్రతి ఒక్కరిలో ఉండే ఆసక్తి. అసలు వాళ్ళు అంత ఫిట్గా ఉండడానికి, తెరపైన అంత అందంగా ఫిట్గా కనపడడానికి తెర వెనకాల వాళ్ళ లైఫ్ని ఈ డైట్ ఫుడ్ తోటి నింపే వాళ్ళ కష్టం కూడా ఉంటుంది. అలాంటి ఒక వ్యక్తే ప్రస్తుతం మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు. ఈయన చాలా మంది సెలబ్రిటీలు, ముఖ్యంగా విజయ్ దేవరకొండ, సమంత, రామ్ చరణ్, రానా దగ్గుబాటి వీళ్ళందరికీ కూడా పర్సనల్ చెఫ్గా ఉంటూ వాళ్ళకి డైట్ అనేది ఇస్తున్నారు. తనెవరో కాదు, సెలబ్రిటీ షెఫ్ ఇనామ్ ఖాన్ గారు ఉన్నారు. సో వారిని అడిగి మరిన్ని విషయాలు తెలుసుకుందాం. నమస్తే సార్.
Good afternoon and namaskaram to all the viewers of Sakshi, and so nice to be here.
Okay. So sir, first of all, before going into your journey, so మీరు ఈ అంటే లైక్ మీరు ఇంతకు ముందు ఏం చేశారు, ఈ లైక్ రెస్టారెంట్స్ కానీ లేకపోతే ఈ డైట్లోకి మీరు ఎలా వచ్చారు?
Sure. I'll give you a small introduction about myself. My name is Inam. I'm known as Chef Inam Khan in Hyderabad. So I've got a degree in culinary arts. Okay. I lived in America for almost more than a decade. I have done a lot of interactive cooking sessions for professors of Harvard and MIT, and I have done a couple of years of research on various diets and different kind of diet regimes. So basically how it affects your body, your mind, muscle, all that sort of stuff. And during this period I've also cooked for a lot of Hollywood celebrities. Okay. Including Dave Chappelle, Matt Damon, Jennifer Connelly, and including the American former vice president of Al Gore, Mr. Al Gore. I had a restaurant in Dayton, Ohio by name of Maharaja of Dayton. And that's how the journey began. And after living there for close to a decade, I came back to take care of my parents. I started from a small, a very small, tiny restaurant, and that's how the journey began.
Was started.
Yeah,
that's great. సో సార్, బేసికల్లీ ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏదైతే డైట్ ఇస్తున్నారో, లేదు అంటే మీ రెస్టారెంట్లో ఫుడ్ ఉంటుందో, సో దాంట్లో మీరు ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఫుడ్ అనేది ఇంక్లూడ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు?
Okay, so the whole idea of my kind of cooking, my kind of culinary creations is always about, no matter what kind of what particular menu item you order from our in our restaurant, the plate consists of all the nutrients, which is basically your good amount of great quality of protein to help aid uh, to digest that protein. We make sure you get enough fiber and some slow digesting carbs, and that's what kind of gives you energy. Keeping in mind, we want to cut down on carbs, which kind of gives you instant energy, and after some time you kind of just it just takes away all your energy, and so slow digesting carbs in the form of brown rice or quinoa or something like that we add. And in addition to that, some salads and good fats, avocado and stuff, we give whatever food item you order from our menu. That's the whole, that's the concept, we do.
ఓకే.
Yeah.
సో సార్ అంటే లైక్ మీరు యూఎస్ నుంచి రిటర్న్ వచ్చేసిన తర్వాత యువర్ ఇంటూ ద యువర్ యాజ్ ద సెలబ్రిటీ షెఫ్. సో ఫర్ హూమ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ప్లాన్డ్ ద డైట్ అండ్ యూ ఫర్ హూమ్ యూ హ్యావ్ కుక్డ్?
Okay. It was such an honor for me to cook, to some of these amazing people, who are so super creative. And when it comes to taking care of their health and their, how they look on the screen. I mean, see what we see on the screen just for 2.5 hours. We just think okay, it's just a matter of 2.5 hours.
Two and a
But
half hours.
all these guys, they put so much of efforts, it both in the gym and the food what they eat. I had a privilege to work with Mr. Mahesh Babu and Ram Charan Junior NTR, and of course Vijay and I,
Vijay
we used to
Devarkonda.
work out at the same gym. So I had seen
Okay.
personally Vijay Devarkonda, that guy is just insane, the kind of workout he does. Just it's so great to see. And of course the great workout always followed by some very very nutritious food, which is again they had to be very particular about what kind of a food they take, because it's kind of it works as a perfect fuel, both for your mind, body, muscle, and and also it keeps you active and agile.
Yeah.
um, I remember when I had worked with Mr. Mahesh Babu, during the shoot of Agadu. So we had worked, I mean, all the shoot was in Ladakh, Leh Ladakh.
Ladakh. Some
Very,
mountains.
yes,
Mountains
on the
and the overall
mountains, and
snow and all
yes,
that.
yes, yes, it was crazy. And I had seen Mahesh, and even Tamanna was just there was one particular song.
Mm.
I think that was Bhel Puri, some song
Yeah.
was there. So for that shoot, I could see, my God, the temperature was just going in minus, and these people are so energetic and so focused. So I mean, amazing work. And while working with Mahesh over there, in the mountains, I had to make sure, whatever ingredients, local ingredients I get,
Mm.
I had to cook something which gives him, fills all his
Balanced diet.
balanced diet, all the nutrients, good amount of protein,
Proteins,
fiber,
fats,
good fats, and
carbs.
everything. Yes, yes. So as a chef, my task is to make sure whatever their nutrition needs are instructed either by their trainers or their dietitians. I have to take care of that. So
Mm.
that's where my expertise, my skills comes. And but working with Mahesh was just amazing.
Okay.
And then later on, I have worked for some time even with Rana Daggubati. Is great, the Bahubali 2.
Bahubali.
If you remember that bull pushing scene,
Yeah, first scene.
you can see all those muscles popping out. So
Mm.
much of hard work he has done.
Okay.
And for about 15 to 16 days, I gave him special protein rich food.
Okay.
Especially, I think that was for the bull pushing scene, wherein he has to
Oh, just
see.
only for the bull pushing scene
Yes,
you
if you,
gave the diet.
yes, that was I mean, I think that's where all the cameras were so focused on his
Focused on
muscles
Rana.
and his physique.
Mm.
That's what I said, in the beginning.
Mm.
It looks like maybe couple of minutes of shot, or maybe 5-10 minutes, but so much goes into that.
Mm. So, as you said that you gave diet for the Rana for only the bull pushing scene. So in that, what you have included and how you gave diet to Rana?
Again, see, there is no something out of the world. We have to focus when if it's like all the muscular look and all, like we increase the quantity of protein and cut down on the carbs and a little bit of fiber, because that's what gonna give the muscle that look, the tone and solid look. So at that time, there were a lot of protein items I was giving him, like a lot of chicken, fish, mutton. Along with that, a lot of vegetables, yeah, steamed vegetables and quinoa and all that stuff.
Okay. So as you said that you have gave a diet plan for some celebrities. So coming to that, some may prefer veg
Yes.
or some may prefer non-veg. So according to them, how you plan in non-veg and in veg?
Exactly. All right. So I have even now, about three or four of my clients who are like strict vegetarians. So I mean, that's what the role of a chef comes, how he can use all his knowledge, his
Skills or
education and skills, to make sure to bring out the max of the nutrients from different ingredients. So even in vegetarian, I have one a lady, she's an athlete and she's strictly vegetarian. So we focus more on broccoli, mushrooms, asparagus, and quinoa, tofu, and all that stuff. Again, we put everything together and see what are the nutritious values of each and every ingredient, and we try to match the nutrient requirement which was sent either by the trainer or their dietitians. So that's how we do our calculations and try to balance it. So it's I mean, whether you're a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian, at the end of the day, we have to make sure you are getting all the nutrients.
ఓకే.
Yeah.
సో సార్ ఇప్పుడంటే లైక్ సెలబ్రిటీస్ అందరూ ఎప్పుడు చూసినా షూటింగ్స్ టైంలో వాళ్ళు ఫార్ అవే వెళ్ళాల్సి ఉంటుంది.
Yes.
సో అట్ దట్ టైమ్స్ హౌ వుడ్ యూ ప్లాన్ దేర్ డైట్?
Okay. So, for example, currently I'm cooking for Samantha Ruth. Again, amazing. She's a fitness freak and very particular. And if you see her workouts, just kind of as a chef, it just gives me a lot of motivation for me also. And it's such a pleasure to work with them. To cook something, you become kind of a little part of their
Life.
fitness journey. So when, for example, if they have a shoot on a long distance, so what we do is either we have special boxes which retain the temperatures. I'm talking about locally if there are shoots. For example, currently for Samantha, if she's staying at home, I directly send. Or whenever there are different shoot locations, I mean, the production team, they send their drivers and we put it in a special boxes which retains the temperature of the food. That's how we
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to the out of station shoots, at
Yeah.
that time, how would you balance this food sending or all that?
So usually, I'm talking about earlier, I was quite kind of little flexible, traveling with them
Okay.
earlier. But nowadays it's kind of little difficult because I'm also running a restaurant. So what I do when I have a word with their chefs, their own chefs. I try to help them with the balanced recipes and that's how I um, try to help them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after all, coming to all the diet,
Yeah.
so there is some day called cheat day. So how the celebrities will manage with these cheat days?
Okay. So there is this weird thing people have, cheat day. Um, how I look at it is even for the diet food, I mean, I try to give it a very colorful, very interesting, very flavorful, you know. So I tell them the food what I'm giving you, you taste, you eat, you taste. I mean, you would not feel that you're on a diet or something. I mean, that's where the chef creativity and his whatever he had learned from the previous this thing it comes. So there is no such thing for me as a cheat day, but still, we have certain clients, chef, I want to try something. I want to have maybe like a good burger or something. So I think it's absolutely fine, once in a while, because they had worked so hard.
Mm.
So once in a while, I do treat them with some solid meal,
Mm.
Um, so it's also about how a particular dish is prepared.
Mm.
What kind of ingredients you're using. Everything what I serve, what I send them, I make sure 99% is prepared in my own kitchen.
Mm.
You know, um, the the bread we do our own. We bake our own bread. The sauces, the seasonings, the marinations, which we do by ourselves. But once in a while, as you said, we have there is one great actor. So he likes to have a solid cheat meal, but still after eating that, he would say, Chef, this did not look like a cheat meal. You know,
Mm.
even for the cheat meal, we try to cover all the nutrients in it and
Okay.
make it flavorful. And
Okay.
whatever the cravings they have,
Mm.
for example, if somebody have a sweet tooth, so
Mm.
we try to um, remove the bad ingredients, which is the sugar and
Sugar.
all, and we add some natural stevia or something which kind of reduces
Mm. But gives
the
the same taste.
exactly, yes,
Mm.
yes, yeah.
Okay. So, as you said that you will also include bread,
Yeah.
but some of the dietitians or nutritionists will say that if we are on diet, we must avoid the bread because it would be made by maida.
Yes.
So, how could you include
All right.
that?
So we have something called gluten-free bread,
Mm.
which we use our ingredients are almond flour.
Okay.
We use a little bit of quinoa, ragi, all this millets ka
Mm.
um,
Okay. So,
flour we
the
make. Yes.
with that flour, you will
Yes.
make bread.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So, if I ask you that, if does Samantha has any cheat day? If yes, so how would her diet was planned on that day?
Okay. To be honest with you, the best part of her is she eats whatever I give her.
Mm.
And at least I never got a complaint or anything like saying that chef, I don't want this, I don't want. And that, for a chef, it gives us a lot of motivation
Motivation.
and to make sure whatever we give, first of all, it will not even look like a diet meal,
Mm.
maybe I'll share some pictures of what kind of food we give. um that's what I'm saying. It is very important for chefs to make sure the nutritious food should not look like a diet food, it's we have the psychological thing,
Mm.
even these actors, oh my god, I'm eating a diet food because it's very bland and all, you just have to play with the ingredients to and make sure you extract the best nutrients of each and every ingredient, and make sure you come up with a balanced, very colorful, very flavorful
Mm.
meal, so that it is not boring, it is flavorful. And of course, I don't think then they will come some they will have this thing in their mind that they're having a diet meal, oh, I should have one cheat meal or something, I
Mm.
think that concept, it's kind of fading these days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So coming to Vijay Devarkonda, does he has any cheat day?
I haven't worked much in the terms of cooking food, but once in a while, I do send him food.
Mm.
But again, I mean, these guys are solid muscle machines, so
Mm.
they need a lot of protein, and they enjoy their protein. And of course, each meal again has to be well balanced. It's not just one nutrient. It is, your body is just like a machine,
Mm.
like an engine, wherein you cannot say okay, I need only one particular nutrient. No, there are your good fats, your slow digesting carbs, your fiber, your vitamins. I mean, everything, when you combine all this, it becomes one nutritious meal. So as far as Vijay is concerned, I had worked out with him. I've seen him his workouts, and I did send several several time diet meals. Again, I would not say diet meal, like a
Mm.
balanced meal.
Balanced meal.
Yeah. So again, because he works out so amazing,
Mm.
um, he's very particular about, like, what kind of things, like, he has to consume. Like, again, great quality of protein is, like, what covers the most.
Mm.
And then comes your fiber, your slow digesting carbs, all these things. Yeah.
So, in these celebrities, some of they will go for gym and
Mhm.
some of them will not. So, at that time, how you differ the diet? Like, ఈ జిమ్ వాళ్ళకి ఎలాంటి డైట్ ఇస్తారు? లేదు అంటే జిమ్ లేకుండా ఉండే వాళ్ళు కూడా డైట్ అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో, హౌ
Correct.
వుడ్ యూ డిఫర్ ఫ్రమ్ దెమ్
Okay.
బోత్?
So I want to add one more thing in this. For example, so the diet, the meal changes as per the requirement. Like, sometime if an actor, like, if he's doing like a song sequence, so they have to look like really, I mean, like, great on the screen. So they take a lot of detox to cleanse their system. Yeah.
ఓకే.
When it comes to like action scenes and all that, they need a lot of protein. I mean, that's where like the muscle comes out, and they have that solid, like, very toned look. So each, I mean, I had personally like, cooked meals, like, for example, if there is like a song sequence, there are a lot of, I mean, like, I make this detox shots, which is a combination of beetroot, ginger, lemon, a little bit of parsley. So what it does, it just kind of like, detoxifies, it cleanses your blood, and that shows on your face, and your
It
face
will get glow.
shines. Yeah. Yeah. And for songs and all, like, if there's like a if there is like action scene, then we cut down totally on the carbs, we cut down on the, like, other things, and we try to focus mainly on the protein, the quality of protein, and also the other, I mean, fiber and all. Yeah.
Okay. So, coming to Ram Charan, we think that at most times he will depend on non-veg. So, on cheat days, Ram Charan, how would he include ingredients in his diet?
See, I mean, to be honest with you, these guys are like so focused, they're so disciplined. And see, unless and until, like, you are super super disciplined, I mean, it would not be seen on the big screen, you know. So I know Ramcharan from a very long time, and again, everything comes down to the same, like, balanced meal. Even if it's like a cheat day or something, like, for example, if they had consumed some excess amount of calories, the following day they make sure whatever excess amount of calories they had consumed, they burn out.
Okay.
So that's how they balance it.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
I mean, see, I've cooked for Ramcharan also for a very long time, like long back. There are a few dishes, like, which he used to enjoy. I have done some barbecue parties at his place also. So again, it comes down to, like, all how balanced, I mean, like, how well balanced, I mean, like, they make sure whatever they eat, if they consume something excess, they make
They
sure,
will
like,
burn
they
out.
burn it out. Yeah.
Okay. So, as you worked with some of the celebrities, so what are their favorite food that was made by you?
Okay, with Mahesh, when I worked, he used to like the tandoori chicken I used to make, the tandoori chicken tikka, and the quinoa, like, and there's like brown rice biryani I used to make. So he
Okay.
used to love that a lot.
Mhm.
And there is something called that special, like, slow cooked mutton I make. So he loves that also.
Mm.
And of course, like, always he makes sure, like, he consumes like good amount of fiber also with that. Yeah.
Okay. So, Samantha.
Uh, so I'll tell you what I have cooked for her just day before yesterday. Like, so it was like a baked New England style baked fish. Yeah, with so there is a special salad I make. Lot of, I mean, it has a lot of vitamin C. So it's a mix of a green apple, blueberries, a dressing made with ginger, little bit of olive oil, some lemon juice, sea salt. So green apple, blueberries, some avocado, topped with finely chopped parsley, and sometimes we use a little bit of guava.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, I mean, like, she enjoys that.
So, Ram Charan.
Ram Charan, I think he loves our mutton chops.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was good.
And same with Junior also. Junior
Okay,
used to love our mutton chops, you know. Yeah.
okay. So Vijay Devarkonda.
Vijay Devgara is like anything which is filled with protein.
Okay.
Yeah. So steaks and all, like, he loves everything. Yeah.
సో సమ్‌టైమ్స్ ఇప్పుడు హీరోస్ అందరూ కూడా కొన్నిసార్లు మీటప్స్ పెట్టుకుంటారు. సో అట్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ మీటప్స్ వుడ్ యూ అటెండ్ దేర్ పార్టీస్?
See, earlier I used to, but
హ్మ్.
now I'm like so tied up with my own. So I have a lot of clients like, I take care of. I also have some government dignitaries and, some athletes and, some some big business folks. So my time is like, it's
కంప్లీట్‌లీ
kind of like,
ప్యాక్డ్.
very, yeah.
ఓహ్!
But once in a while, like, I love to go there and like, just say hello to them and,
హ్మ్. సో అట్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ అటెండింగ్ దెమ్ హావ్ యూ కుక్డ్ ఎనీ స్పెషల్ ఫుడ్ ఫర్ దేర్ పార్టీస్?
yes, I have done a lot of, so we don't call it cooking, we call
హ్మ్.
it like, live barbecue because
ఓకే.
that's my specialty. Like I'm into barbecues and all.
హ్మ్.
So I have done a lot of live barbecues for, Rana, Ram Charan, Junior, even for Mahesh, like, a lot of times. Yeah.
హ్మ్. సో యాస్ ఐ రీసెర్చ్డ్ ఆన్ యూ, I came to know that you will use that sweet corn in every dish. So, what is the reason behind that?
Okay. So, so this is again, it was, so earlier I used to just keep that corn like in very few dishes.
Hmm.
Then a lot of our customers like, chef, last time like, we had this thing and you had served some that American
Sweet corn.
corn, like corn on the cob. So we started serving that, and even for a lot of actors, like, they feel kind of like, filled when they had that steam corn.
Hmm.
You know, sometimes it's kind of like a small meal replacement because it's kind of very filling, and it
Hmm.
has a good amount of like, fiber and like, and it kind of gives you instant energy also, and it
Hmm.
tastes good. It is
Okay.
good, yeah.
Okay. So, as you said that you have worked in, like you stayed in US for like a decade. So, how was your experience working over there?
It was a great experience, so much of learning, so much of learning. I have met some of the amazing people, and they taught me something which I would never want to, like, the things which I've learned from them, I would never want to unlearn. The humility, the humbleness, and like, the openness, yeah, and the ability to accept people without any boundaries.
Hmm.
I remember the first time when I had cooked for Mr. Al Gore, the former Vice President of America. They
Oh.
had come to a restaurant, and this was in Boston. I was working for somebody else at that time.
Hmm.
Um, so he came at around, I guess, like in between 2:30 and 3, and that is the kind of like quiet time because lunch starts
Hmm.
at 12 and it kind of like, gets done by 1:32
2
over
o'clock.
there. Yeah. So he came around like 2:30 or close to 3, I guess. Like at that time, I mean, none of our managers were there, and not even our restaurant owner was there. So it was just a couple of folks in the service and myself in the kitchen. So the one guy comes. He's actually a great friend of mine. His name is Ravi.
Okay.
So Ravi comes in the kitchen, and he was like, yeah, this guy is here, and Al Gore is here. And I was just like, how could Al Gore, the former vice president, without any prior
Information.
reservation or anything, like, So I went to him, and I see, like, him, his wife, and his daughter.
Hmm.
They're like very chill, relaxed, and like, So I go to the table and like, I greeted them.
Hmm.
And I was, to be honest with you, I was very nervous, like, and he was so kind enough to be kind enough, like, he was very polite, and and he said, like, sorry, gentlemen, we have come a little late, and wondering, like, if you could just surprise us with your favorite uh,
Dish.
dish. So I took the order, I went inside, and I prepared some fish,
Hmm.
and I sorted some vegetables, and I served to them. They loved it, and we had a nice, like, maybe like 3-4 minutes of conversation. And he said, like, really enjoyed the food. Thank you so much for your hospitality. And with a big smile, they went. I mean, they left. So it was a great experience. I mean, like, people of that, like, level. He was the former vice
Vice
president,
President.
but still he was so humble. Like, I mean, his wife, his daughter was smiling, and, like, very. It was not. It was not at all looking like I'm talking to somebody, like, of that level.
Oh.
So it taught me, like, no matter, like, what level you reaches to, you have to be humble, and you have to be nice and
Polite with
polite with
everyone.
people. Yeah.
Okay. So as you work there, so what is the difference you can see in the food or in the hospitality, everything compared to our Indian celebrities and compared to them?
Okay. Um, so if you had asked me this question like 10 years ago,
Okay.
my answer would have been different. But now I think in even our all our top celebrities here, they've been like they're traveling a lot. They're getting exposed to different cultures, and, like, when they're coming back with the acquired taste of food. And of course, like, they're much humble, much polite, but of course, like, they have their own set of boundaries, like, they have to maintain that also, and at the same time we have to make sure, like, we respect that boundary
That
as well.
boundaries.
Yeah. But food wise, I mean, they're quite adventurous, like, earlier it wasn't like that. They were like, no chef, I cannot try this, or I don't know how it's going to taste. And now if I tell them, like, okay, this is what I was thinking, I'll prepare this for you, and, like, and they will be like, okay chef, like, let me try it out. If I like it, I will order again. So things are changing in a positive way, and it's very good to see. Even see, I mean, like, I want to give you an example, because Vijay, when he works out, when he used to work out in the same gym, used to be like always very polite, like, even though sometime, like, I would just like my mind is just somewhere else, like, you're like, hi chef. And it's just such a great feeling, like, like, a guy who had worked so hard and, like, reached a level, and he's still, like, very humble and very polite, smiling. Yeah. And of course, same thing with like all the top
Celebrities.
actors, like, in reality, I mean, I had seen them personally, and they are very, very nice, very polite, very humble. Yeah.
సో అంటే మీరు ఇంతమంది సెలబ్రిటీస్‌కి డైట్, ఫుడ్ అనేది ప్రిపేర్ చేసి ఇస్తున్నారు కదా! వాట్ ఈస్ ద బెస్ట్ కాంప్లిమెంట్ యూ హావ్ గాట్ ఫ్రమ్ దెమ్?
Okay, the best compliment I've ever got was from Salman Khan.
ఓహ్!
Yes. So this was like, we were doing a live barbecue at Mr. Venkatesh Daggubati's house, and great family, lovely family. The entire family is like always so good to me. Um, Rana, Mr. Venkatesh, Mrs. Venkatesh, such a polite and such an amazing lady. So this was like, I think, I don't remember which movie shoot he was here, but I think 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. So I was cooking, and Salman Khan was there. Like, he was having a chat with Mr. Venkatesh. Then Venkatesh, like, he brought Salman Khan, and then I was just preparing something. I think actually I made him some nice fish steak. Um, so we served the fish steak to Salman Khan, and he ate. And again, I was just busy cooking, and, like, because there were a lot of other celebrities were also there. So then Salman Khan walks to me, and he says, "यार ये बहुत बेहतरीन, बहुत मजा आ गया. आप यहाँ पर तो ये नहीं सीखा होगा." Then I said, like, I was just like, wow, I was talking to Salman Khan, and he made me feel so comfortable. And I said, like, yeah, like, I've studied in the US. I did my master's in, like, all this. So then he said, he calls Sohail Khan. Sohail, यहाँ पर आ यार, वो हम लोग बॉस्टन में कहाँ पर थे? Then kind of like, that became like a point of like, conversation, and we chat. We had a conversation for, like, 5 to 8 minutes, 8 minutes, I guess. And he said, like, this is the best. Like, this is amazing. And a compliment for a chef coming from Salman Khan is always,
So have you worked for like have you cooked for Salman after that?
So I had recently sent a big platter to Salman
Okay.
Khan during the shoot of Sikandar.
Sikandar.
Yeah, and we named it Sikandar platter. It
Okay.
was a huge barbecue platter we had sent. Yeah,
Okay. So what you have included in that?
a lot actually, a
Mm.
lot. Both, I mean, like, there were a lot of vegetarian options, and of course, like, seafood, mutton, chicken, a lot of vegetables like broccoli, zucchini, quinoa, and all that. Again, my funda is like always, no matter whom I'm cooking to, I make sure it is a balanced
Mm.
uh, plate that, comes out from my kitchen.
It should be healthy,
Yes, it should be healthy,
balanced,
tasty, and
tasty overall.
it should not be boring. And my client or my um, restaurant guests, they should not get a feel like, oh my God, we are having a bland food or a, diet food. Yeah.
ఓకే. సో, అంటే సెలబ్రిటీస్‌కి ఇదంతా అంటే లైక్ పర్సనల్ షెఫ్స్ ఇలా ఉంటున్నారు కాబట్టి దే విల్ ఫాలో సమ్ డైట్ అండ్
Correct.
ఎవ్రీథింగ్ అండ్ దే విల్ బి ఫిట్. బట్ కామన్ పీపుల్‌కొచ్చేసేసరికి ఎక్కువ శాతంగా మన ఇండియాలో దట్ టూ ఇన్ అవర్ సౌత్ సైడ్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద మెంబర్స్ ఏంటంటే రైస్ పైన డిపెండ్ అవుతూ
Correct.
ఉంటారు. సో, ఇన్ థాట్ కేస్ హౌ వి కెన్ మౌల్డ్ అవర్ సెల్వ్స్ టు బీ ఇన్ ఎ డైట్ ఆర్ అవాయిడింగ్ ద రైస్? ఎందుకంటే మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్స్ రైస్‌లో గ్లూకోజ్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి
Correct.
ఇట్ వుడ్ హార్మ్ అని చెప్పేసని అని
Exactly.
అంటారు. సో, హౌ వి కెన్ ప్లాన్ అవర్ డైట్?
Okay. So that's where the portion control comes.
హ్మ్.
Yeah. Anything in abundance is not good. Yeah. Um, so I kind of like, I play around. So when our guest restaurant customers, like, they ask for, like, okay, what do you have in rice,
హ్మ్.
or anything, like, which has a rice in it. So what we try to do is we put a lot of greens first in a plate.
హ్మ్.
Yeah. We put the rice in a small bowl. Yeah. And then the protein, the meat or vegetables, whatever they want to have. Then of course, like, the corn.
హ్మ్.
So
యువర్
we
స్పెషల్
try
ఇంగ్రీడియెంట్.
we try to discourage them, not in a very beautiful way.
హ్మ్.
Like, okay, so you got all the other things also. Eat that, like, eat your
నాట్ ఓన్లీ రైస్
vegetables. Yeah.
బట్ యూ ఆల్సో టేక్ ఆల్ దట్.
Yes. So you eat this, you eat that, then you have your rice as well.
హ్మ్.
So then we, like, psychologically, oh, I got my rice. Yeah. So that's how, like, you have to, and I always, whenever there is like a big group, or like, I go and talk to my customers, I try to educate them about, how the balanced meals are like important,
హ్మ్.
even like, on a daily basis, as you mentioned earlier, like, excess of rice or anything
హ్మ్.
which has like high amount of carbs, or like, has kind of like messes up your insulin. So we have to constantly educate our customers. And I also do a lot of interactive cookings, and like, I do put, like, like special stories focusing on uh, balanced meals, like,
హ్మ్.
when you see my Instagram page and all, like, so these are the things, like, which from my side I try to share to my clients and to my guests.
ఓకే. సో, సార్ లాస్ట్‌లీ ఒక ర్యాపిడ్ ఫైర్ క్వెషన్.
Okay.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు కుక్ చేసినటువంటి సెలబ్రిటీస్‌లలో అంటే లైక్ ఏ సెలబ్రిటీకి నాన్ వెజ్ అంటే ఇష్టం? నాన్ వెజ్‌లో కూడా లైక్ చికెన్, మటన్, ఫిష్ లైక్ వీటిలలో దేన్ని ప్రిఫర్ చేస్తారు? ఫస్ట్ సమంత.
Seafood.
సీ ఫుడ్.
Yeah.
ఓకే. రామ్ చరణ్.
Mutton
వి
chops. Yeah.
విజయ్ దేవరకొండ.
Vijay Devakunda, anything which is protein.
ఓకే.
Yeah.
మహేష్ బాబు.
Mahesh Babu is he likes his tandoori chicken.
తందూరి
Tandoori
చికెన్.
chicken with there's a special onion rings,
ఓకే.
like, sliced onion rings, thin slices.
హ్మ్.
I mix it with a little bit of paprika, a little bit of balsamic vinegar,
హ్మ్.
lemon juice. He loves that combination. He loves
ఓకే.
that combination.
ఓకే.
Yeah.
సల్మాన్ ఖాన్.
Salman Khan, our fish steak.
ఓకే.
Yeah.
కమింగ్ టు జూనియర్ ఎన్టీఆర్.
Junior NTR is the best. He gets like so excited. I remember one of the parties, like, I was cooking, and Junior was just like, he was kind of like, about 20 meters away, and he was like, I want mutton chops, mutton chops. He's like,
Okay.
yeah, and he gets really excited. He's the best foodie.
Okay. So he's the foodie
Yes, yes, yes.
compared to all
Yes,
this.
and he's so lively. Like, when he sees the food, he just smiles, and like, so genuine, and like it's so much fun to cook for him.
Okay. So what is the best experience or either your memory like working with all these celebrities?
Best memory is always with the Prince of Tollywood,
Okay.
Mahesh. Mahesh is the best.
Working with them is
Yes,
the
like
most
very
memorable.
polite, and like, and he is genuinely the most good-looking man I've ever seen
Mm.
in my entire life.
No.
Yeah, and very polite, very soft-spoken, and uh, he enjoys his food.
So, sir, coming to Mahesh Babu, as you said that ఆగడు టైంలో సో ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ మళ్ళీ మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా వాళ్ళు అంటే లైక్ మహేష్ బాబు గారిని కానీ లేకపోతే వాళ్ళ ఫ్యామిలీకి వెళ్ళి కుక్ చేయడం ఏమైనా జరిగిందా?
Yes. Yeah, occasionally I has to go to their place and like, and to prepare in their home kitchen. And again, I salute to Namrata. Like, she is like so particular about each and every ingredient which goes in Mahesh's food, and both the kids, whatever food they want, they make. I mean, she makes sure, like, she used to instruct me, like, what all they like, or what ingredients has to be added in the food. So I have cooked for all of them, and the kids, I mean, like, they enjoy their rolls,
Okay.
the chicken rolls, and again, a lot of fiber is added in the food, lot of fiber, and it's very, very balanced meal.
Okay.
That's the reason, I mean, like, when you look at them, they just kind of they
హ్యాపీ విత్ దేర్
yeah,
ఫుడ్.
yeah.
సో అంటే లైక్ మహేష్ బాబుకి సితారాకి ఫేవరెట్ ఫుడ్ చెప్పారు. సో కమింగ్ టు నమ్రత, వాట్ ఈస్ హర్ ఫేవరెట్ ఫుడ్?
Namrata, she also likes the chicken I used to cook, like, tandoori chicken or the chicken tikka. But again, like, she's very particular. She eats very, like, in a small quantities, and they're very, very particular about the timings also.
Okay.
Yeah. And once again, as I said earlier, it's not just the food, the combination of the workout they do, like, so much of time they spend in the gym, and then, like, followed by a well balanced meal. And it's the discipline, like, and that's what, if I have to learn something, like, I have learned so much from Namrata, because I have worked with Mahesh for so long, during the shoot of Agadu and all, like, and I had a lot of interaction. I used to have a lot of interaction with Namrata, and she is very straightforward, very particular about, like, what she wants, like, so it's a great thing, like, when people are straightforward, and they know, like, what they want, and that makes our job easy.
ఈజీ.
Yeah.
ఓకే.
Overall, it was a great feeling, like, working with them.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time with us and sharing your experience.
It was my pleasure indeed, and once again, thank you, and thanks to the Sakshi audience as well.
సో చూసాం కదా సెలబ్రిటీస్ వాళ్ళ డైట్స్లో ఎలాంటి ఫుడ్ని తీసుకుంటారు, అదేవిధంగా వాళ్ళు ఏ విధమైనటువంటి ఇంగ్రీడియంట్స్ పైన ఎక్కువగా ఫోకస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారన్న విషయాలన్నిటి గురించి కూడా వాళ్ళ పర్సనల్ షెఫ్ అయినటువంటి ఇనామ్ గారు చెప్పారు కదా. సో ఇన్ని రోజుల నుంచి ఆసక్తిగా చూస్తున్నటువంటి అభిమానులకి వాళ్ళ ఫేవరెట్ హీరోస్ ఏం తింటారన్నది ఇవాళ తెలిసిపోయింది. సో మళ్ళీ ఇలాంటి ఇంకో ఎపిసోడ్ తోటి మళ్ళీ కలుద్దాం.
సాక్షి టీవీ ప్రసారాలను నిలిపివేయటం చట్టరీత్యా నేరం. సాక్షి టీవీ ప్రసారాల కోసం మీ స్థానిక కేబుల్ ఆపరేటర్ను వెంటనే సంప్రదించండి. DTHలో ఇంటర్నెట్లో కూడా సాక్షి టీవీ ప్రసారాలను వీక్షించవచ్చు.